quick disclaimer before we begin. If you're driving, operating machinery, or responsible for anyone under the age of consent, pause this now. Come back when you can close your eyes without guilt. So here's the thing. I've been recording these sessions for months, and for most of that time I was pretty sure no one was listening. Just me, recording into an empty room. But I kept going, not because I had a strategy, because I needed to hear it myself. And this week, naivete, shadow work, the difference between trust and hope. I was thinking about the oak tree I used to sit under at 5:15 in the morning, before walking to Ealing Broadway, before the Central Line to Marble Arch, with a joint burning, Gary Clark Jr. playing when my train pulls in. I didn't know I was grounding. I thought I was just avoiding the day. But the oak tree knew. So this hypnosis isn't me teaching you anything, it's me remembering what the oak already knew. If you're here for that too, welcome. If you're just curious, also welcome. Let's begin. Find a place where you can be comfortable, where your body can be at ease for a little while. Sitting or lying down, whatever feels right for you today. And if it's safe to do so, you might allow your eyes to close, just to let the world soften for a moment. Just to let yourself arrive here. And sometimes when the mind realizes it doesn't have to control the environment, it becomes willing to settle, not forced, just willing. So you might allow one slower breath now, not to change anything, just to notice what slowing down feels like. And as you settle, you might become aware of sounds around you, inside the room or outside. Distant traffic, footsteps, a fridge humming, or maybe just quiet. That's perfectly fine, because each time you notice a distraction, you can simply let that be a reminder to come back. Back to your breathing. Back to the sound of my voice. Back to the oak tree. Each small return settling you a little further. And now you might notice that your body already knows how to ground. It's something it does naturally when you allow it. Think of the acorn. It doesn't fight the soil. It doesn't complain about the dark. It just sends one root down, then another. You might notice now the weight of your body resting, supported, held. And with each breath, you may find yourself settling. Not trying, just allowing. Deeper and deeper. The way roots find water, the way morning finds the oak tree before the sun arrives. Effortless. Today's mighty oak was yesterday just a nut that held its ground. That's not optimism, it's physics. The nut doesn't become a tree by fighting the dark. It becomes a tree by rooting in the dark. So let's go underground for a moment. Imagine yourself as that seed. Small, unspectacular, surrounded by soil you can't see through. No evidence that anything is happening. no timeline, no guarantee, just the dark and the holding. That's not failure, that's taproot time. The part of growth that happens when no one is watching. The part that happens before the first leaf. Bill Hicks said we choose every day through the eyes of fear or the eyes of love. Same world, two different films. So here's what the oak tree knows that Bill didn't say out loud. You don't need to choose the right film. You just need to be grounded enough to watch either one without shaking. So let's practice that. Imagine fear as weather. Wind, rain, maybe thunder. And you're the oak tree, not fighting the storm, not pretending it isn't there, just holding your ground. Say silently in your mind, I don't need to be fearless. I need to be grounded. Feel that grounding begin. Not dramatic, just downward. From your chest into your stomach. From your stomach into your legs. From your legs into the floor. Through the floor into the earth. Through the earth to wherever the oak tree keeps its anchor. David Icke said today's mighty oak was yesterday just a nut that held its ground. He's not wrong about much, but he's definitely not wrong about that. So here's what the oak tree wants you to know. You don't have to grow fast. You don't have to impress anyone above ground. You just have to stay. One more slow breath. And on the exhale, let the rest of the tension drain down. Not gone, just below ground, where roots belong. Where courage isn't loud, it's patient. Now imagine yourself a little further ahead. Not years, just weeks or months. A version of you that has stopped checking for progress every 5 minutes. A version of you that trusts the dark. Notice how that version of you moves through the day. Not rushed. Not trying to prove anything. Just steady. Grounded enough to rest. Grounded enough to say no. Grounded enough to watch fear pass like weather. That version of you isn't special. They just practiced. One breath at a time. One pause at a time. One moment of holding your ground when the old you would have run. In a moment, I'll count from 1 to 5, allowing you to return fully alert, bringing with you the calm confidence you've created here. Before that, if something in this session landed for you, if you felt even a small shift, and you're curious about what happens when you stop fighting fear and start grounding, the link is below. for one-on-one hypnosis or coaching. It's not for everyone, just for the ones who are ready. No pressure, just an open door. And if you're not ready, that's okay too. The oak tree isn't going anywhere. It's been holding its ground since before you needed it. One, awareness returning to the room around you. 2, a gentle sense of well-being spreading through your body. 3, eyes beginning to open whenever they feel ready. 4, feeling alert and refreshed. 5, wide awake, fully present, and carrying something quiet with you into the rest of your day. The oak is still there, and now so are you.